to be at IFC, where we premiered the theatrical run, September 15th, 2010. Amazing that this film is still playing in theaters and still playing, and I just found out from my mom that there was a screening of Gasland down the street at the Leroy Street Library. And she filled in for me for the Q&A. I didn't even know I would have stopped by. I want to introduce two people that are my heroes from way before when I was doing landscape contracting in New York City, and just had both of their records on loop on my Walkman. This was in the 90s. Sean Lennon and Yuka Honda from Chibo Monto, who are here. I also was asked by the New York Observer to draw something about fracking. Is that reporter still here? Or she just left me with her finger paints and ran away? So I put a little cartoon here. You have the right not to get fracked, New York. So maybe in the Observer tomorrow, who knows?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we're both really privileged to be here with Josh. I actually saw the film and was really moved by it. A few years ago, my mother had shown it to me, and she gave Josh an award for it. So she's the one who turned me on to the issue of fracking and natural gas. And sort of what happened to Josh in the film, when I was watching it a few years ago, it was so compelling and so moving, but I never thought that it would happen to me. And then ultimately, a few months ago, actually, this year, the gas companies came to the county that I have lived in since I was a kid. It's a farm in upstate New York, and my dad bought it before I was born. And I sort of went through a similar thing. It felt like the issue came and grabbed me and just swept me away. And you know, I didn't volunteer for it. I never had an intention to be an activist, and it seemed like, you know, a lot of work, and it's a very difficult issue. But they came to the town that I, you know, grew up in, and it just felt like I had no choice. So we started Artists Against Fracking because there was already a lot of really successful grassroots movements happening, like Frack Action and New Yorkers Against Fracking and Gasland. And so we thought maybe what we could offer as musicians and friends of artists and musicians is sort of a voice, a public voice, and a media campaign that communicates to the audiences of the people who join the coalition. So that's the idea. It's essentially a PR campaign, and we're just trying to spread the word and get people informed so that they're able to make a choice about this, and it just doesn't kind of slip by them in the night without them knowing what's going on, which you know, is a possibility, because it's a lot of people still don't know about the issue, and I think the more people that do, the less chances we have of failing with this. 80% of the administrative work and the nuts and bolts of Artists Against Fracking, so I really have to say that she's the one who's really running the coalition.
Thank you.
And if you want to check it out, it's artistsagainstfracking.com, by the way. So.
And at the website, they have right at the front updates you on the situation in New York, which I made in June as a sort of emergency short film to address what was going on here in New York State. And very importantly, Governor Andrew Cuomo's phone number.
That's right. On the site, you can also email him directly. We've made it easy for you. It's a sort of one-click thing, and you can email Cuomo or call his office. And you know, because with Josh's advice, that was one of the things we thought. The way that I met Josh, he won the same award a few years ago, and we were very lucky. Lady Gaga tweeted about it and reached 90 million people. So that was really successful.
And then lots of other New Yorkers, Robert De Niro.
We've got Glenn Close.
We got
Alec Baldwin. Well, Wilco's not New York, but they're Chicago.
But we'll adopt them for the moment.
We have a lot. We have a lot.
It's incredible to look at those.
You can see a full list. If you can see the full list at artistsagainstfracking.com.
And more will come of this, I'm sure.
We've even got, for you film buffs, Vincent Gallo joined, and we all know he's like a hardcore Republican, but he's totally against fracking. He thinks it's an old way to think, even for conservatives. Yeah. Well, I think it's important. We've got conservatives on our side too. Yeah. It's not just a liberal fight. It's all of us that drink water.